Hi, I am Bernie Hayes, and March is Women's History Month. And today we have a very special guest to talk about women's history and other things that are happening today on The Bernie Hayes Show. And welcome back. Today's guest is a young lady who's been with us many, many times and who's done so many, many things. Judy Ferguson Shaw. Mrs. Shaw, welcome.
Good morning.
So good
Bernie.
to see you again.
Yes, wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
Glad to be here.
Always a pleasure. You do so many things. March is Women's History Month. What does that mean to you?
Well, you know, with everything that's going on in the world today and all of the wonderful women in our history, it's just a wonderful thing to be able to sit here and know that I sit on the shoulders of a lot of great women. And the one woman that comes to my mind that I'm sitting on because of my life and what I'm into and what I'm doing is Harriet Tubman.
Wow. Okay.
I love Harriet Tubman's story because Harriet was able to get things done efficiently without all of the technology that we have today. Yeah. It was just word of mouth. She was able to get things done. And so I think about Harriet when I'm moving my projects, and I think, what would Harriet Tubman have done?
You too have formed Underground Railroads, have you not, Judy Ferguson?
I tried. I've tried to follow her lead.
They say February, being Black History Month, is a very short month, that we need more months to celebrate the achievements and accomplishments of African Americans.
Yes.
More than 1 month. What do you feel the same way about Women's History Month?
Well, I feel the same way about women's history, Black history, and even my birthday.
Okay.
I'm like, Black history is like a birthday.
Okay.
You have your birthday and you celebrate it, and we've set aside because of Carter G. Woodson and his starting the 1 week because of the birthdays of important people, Lincoln and I think Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
And so we had that week, and then we expanded it to the month, and that's a wonderful thing. But every day is Black History Month, every day is Women History Month, and every day is my birthday.
That's wonderful.
So we have to celebrate every day and take advantage of all of the wonderful things that have happened for us and to us and that are coming our way.
You're an educator, former educator.
Yes, I am.
So tell us about Judy Ferguson Shaw.
Well, I, was educated at Harris Stowe State Teachers College. Actually, it was Harris Teachers College back in the day when I went there, and graduated from high school from the current, it's called McClure South Berkeley High School, but when I graduated, it was Berkeley High School in the city of Berkeley. And I spent a lot of my time and energy still working for the community of Berkeley that merged with the Ferguson-Florissant School District. So I do a lot of work with that whole issue. So I graduated from Harris, and when I graduated...
Which is now Harris Stowe State University. This cup represents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Harris Stowe State University now.
And we talk about women in history. My mom was a barber in a day when it was not heard of for a woman to be a barber.
No kidding.
Yeah, so my mama was one who really hit the trail early and set the path for me to let me know that I could do anything.
That's beautiful.
And yeah, she was out there doing things and making a difference in the community, not just cutting hair, but she was a barber and the only Black barber in the area for a while in the Kinloch, Berkeley, Ferguson area. And so after I graduated high school, I went to Harris Stowe on a scholarship, PTA scholarship from Berkeley. And because tuition was not that great back then.
PTA, haven't heard that word in a long time. Parent Teachers Association.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Okay.
And that scholarship got me through Harris Stowe. I had to go get a little extra, but it was a great incentive to get me through school. And I didn't know that someone was watching me. You never know when you're on a Kodak moment and folks are observing what you're doing. And so the principal of the school at Kennedy Middle School, junior high in Kinloch, was waiting on me to finish my degree so he could hire me in at the junior high school. And so that's where I went to work. And then my husband joined me there. And, well, he wasn't my husband at the time.
Okay.
He just came to work there.
And his name is?
His name is Ellis Jerome Shaw.
Okay.
And we got together there. But, yeah, and that's where my life just kind of took off from there. Got my master's degree from what was then Truman State University. Okay. No, it was Northeast Missouri State University, and now it's Truman University.
Is that near Kansas City?
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood. Oh, okay.
Okay. And then, by then, we were working, the merger had taken place in Ferguson-Florissant School District.
Right.
And actually, I'm kind of lost on what
you worked with Dr. John Wright, too, didn't you?
I did.
Yes, yeah.
Boy, did I love working for John Wright. Best superintendent ever.
Yeah.
Although there are a few good superintendents now,
Certainly.
but yeah, John worked for John Wright. John was the superintendent in Kinloch.
Right.
And merged with the district.
Precisely. It's in his book, some of his books.
Yes. And one thing that John taught me back in the day, Judy, you have to pick your battles. There's only so many you can fight.
He's a wise man.
Yes, he was a wise man, which is, we talk about women in history. This is Women History Month.
Right.
I brought this to share with you that I'm, the campaign manager for Grade A for Change, and we have 2 women that we are running for office.
Wow. So together working for a brighter future for our children and our community.
That's right.
Oh, Connie Harge.
Connie Harge.
Connie has been our guest here before.
Yes, she has.
And Dr. Sheila Powell Walker, I know Dr. Walker, and recently saw her at the Betty Thompson event.
Yes,
yeah, at the
Black History event for Martin Luther King.
Sure.
Where you and I were honored.
We were.
Which was a good thing. So Connie is the incumbent this year. And Sheila is a new person on the block. Okay. But since I've seen you and since we've had an opportunity to talk, we've had cumulative voting to come to Ferguson-Florissant School District.
Okay, you got to explain what that is.
Yes. Cumulative voting is the opportunity for what the courts was wanting to do was to give African Americans the opportunity to bring a candidate of their choice to the seat of the Ferguson-Florissant School Board.
Oh.
Because of the voting patterns of the voters, he could see that there was some racial issues going on there, so he brought cumulative voting in. Now, what actually cumulative voting means to the voter is that in this election, there are 2 seats that are open on the board for the Ferguson-Florissant School District. A voter can choose how they want to spend those 2 votes. They can spend them all on Connie, or they can spend them all on Sheila, or they can give 1 vote to Sheila or Connie.
Oh.
So what we're asking people to do is to give 1 vote to Connie and 1 vote to Sheila. Because if they're able to do that, in our community, there's a lot of friction that's going on. People are not happy with a vote that came down from the board to close some schools and change the way things are done in our school district. Some of them are really good things, but they went against the community in the vote, what the district decided to do. I mentioned I graduated from Berkeley High School. Right. And it is now McClure South Berkeley High School. So they're taking those children out of that school and putting them in another high school, and bringing the children from our gifted program to that school. Well,
I know that Monique and Damon Norfolk was very involved in those changes. They were against the changes.
Yes.
Yeah, they were.
Yes.
Judy Ferguson Shaw, you visited with us at New Life Evangelistic Center when we were downtown, 1411 Locust Street, downtown St. Louis, Missouri. So you know the history, some of the history of the 1411 Locust Street.
I do.
Yeah. And, Reverend Larry Rice has written a book about the closing and also the history of New Life. Evangelistic Center downtown. And he wants you to have that because you were so instrumental in helping keep that facility open.
Thank you, Larry Rice. I appreciate this.
And but also
thank you, Bernie, for thinking of me.
You're more than welcome. And Dr. Reverend Larry Rice also was thinking about you. We want you to have that book. Okay. And you can also get this Bernie Hayes Show Cup mug.
I've always wanted me a Bernie Hayes cup for my coffee.
To get one, here's Reverend Larry Rice to tell you how.
For many years, Bernie Hayes has been on the front lines leading the charge for social justice. It's been a great privilege of mine to get to know Bernie personally, and I want us, in celebration of all that Bernie has done, to share with you one of these very special Bernie Hayes mugs and a copy of a book, Through the Fires, which tells you about the battle for social justice at 1411 Locust, where gentrifiers came into the neighborhood and literally shut down the church at the New Life Evangelistic Center at 1411 Locust Street because they didn't want those kind of people in the neighborhood. Direct bigotry. Now, if you'll request this mug and share a gift of $25 or more, we'll send you this book, 328 pages that go into great detail on all the manipulating behind the scenes and on the scenes that took place in order for the city of St. Louis to consider it a nuisance because there were hurting and homeless people in the neighborhood. We would love to see a beloved community that when development takes place in a community, instead of the poor and the elderly and the homeless being pushed out, it's a beloved community that welcomes people from all over, regardless of their racial background or who they might be. They're people made in the image of God. Bernie Hayes has fought for that for years. And now we're teaming up with Bernie in a very special and powerful way. If you'll just call in R421302, or you can send your special gift and just say, please send me the Bernie Hayes mug. We will include in that Through the Fire, historical book that I've written on how the St. Louis gentrifiers tried to destroy a church because of its homeless congregations. You know, there's a common saying that if your neighbor's house on fire, yours in danger also. The bigotry, the hypocrisy in the city of St. Louis affects all of us. I thank God for Bernie, who has continued to point it out and root it out. Now we're teaming up with Bernie. When you request the Bernie Hayes mug and share a gift of $25 or more to New Life Evangelistic Center, I'll include my book, Through the Fire. We'd love to hear from you. Share now, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri.
And welcome back, Judy Ferguson Show. Let me tell the people that 1411 Locust Street, although it's not open yet, Reverend Rice and the staff here at New Life Evangelistic Center, along with volunteers, are trying to reopen it. But our location now is in Ferguson, Missouri. Overland, Missouri, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. And that's between roughly St. Charles Rock Road and Page, but really close to Lackland Road and Midland. But we're still providing the same services that we provided downtown. And Judy Ferguson Shaw, you were very instrumental in helping Reverend Rice before we moved, and now you've been very supportive of the facility too. And I am. Mm-hmm. Women's History Month, Judy Ferguson Shaw. Why did you choose education? Why didn't you told about your mother being a barber and so forth, and she instilled all this wonderful ideals in you. But why did you choose education? And why, since you've retired more or less, are you still very active in trying to get other people elected?
Well, moving our community ahead is very important. One of the things that my mom taught me I didn't tell you she was a Girl Scout leader too.
No, you didn't tell me that. But I'm not surprised.
So as a Girl Scout, you learn that community service was important and giving back was highly important. So education just kind of fell into place for me. It just felt right. It was a good place for me to be. Harris was a good place for me to be. I loved the time that I was there. And at that time, you could only get a teacher's certification at that time. I loved the work that I did. I loved teaching children. I love children. I learned, my kids from Kinloch taught me how to be an excellent teacher. And I thoroughly enjoyed my time with them. Moving from classroom to guidance and counseling was good for me also. But what I've learned over the years, Bernie, is that it is so important to teach because there is power in knowledge. Once you know a thing, No one can take it away from you.
That's forever, right?
That's forever. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to get across to my people and supporters of Grade A for Change is that word of mouth is the most important tool. So in order for us to get our women in office, we have to teach other people.
What's the Ferguson household like?
The what?
Ferguson household. Do you have children?
Ferguson household. The Shaw household.
The Shaw household. I'm sorry. It's a Ferguson Shaw.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Shaw household is great. My daughters, I have 2 daughters.
Okay.
One, Mahogany Shaw, is a trailblazer of her own, as well as Ebony Shaw. Ebony is my oldest. Ebony is director of, oh my goodness, I'm losing it right now.
It's okay.
But she's at Lindenwood University.
Okay.
And she's in the Scottish Rite Center.
Masonic.
Actually helping them to raise money.
Wonderful.
For that program to keep it going. And she just received that 40 under 40 award from the Business Journal.
Beautiful.
So Ebony is doing good for Lindenwood University. Not Lindenwood, she's at Maryville University.
Maryville University, okay.
It's that gray hair.
It's okay. It's all right.
At Maryville.
But you are the role model. You and your husband are the role models, and you keep them on track.
Right.
That's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing. Now, how did you get involved in for change? You know,
I think I got drafted into Grade A for Change.
Grade A for Change, yeah.
Back in 2013, 2014, when the all-white board in the Ferguson-Florissant School District suspended our superintendent.
Who was?
Who was Art McCoy.
Art McCoy, yeah. Okay.
And the community was upset about it. Was hoping that they would, whatever they needed to work out, that they would work it out and bring Dr. McCoy back to work to us in Ferguson-Florissant. I'm so envious of all of the wonderful things that Dr. McCoy is doing in the Jennings School District.
Yeah.
But there are children everywhere that
and he was also honored the other day. Yeah.
Yes, he was honored the other day. I was really proud to share the stage with Dr. Art McCoy and his wife. But yeah, so that's what brought me to Grade A for Change, is that whole suspension of Dr. Art McCoy and the realization, because I think I had forgotten at one point our board was diverse when the districts merged. That was mandated by the courts.
Sure.
And then once the courts released their supervision, somehow we just lost our African Americans on the board. And when they suspended Dr. Art, one thing I said was, if there were African Americans around the table, maybe they wouldn't have suspended him, because maybe they would have been able to work it out and see different sides of the coin. So that's what brought me there, and that's what keeps me there. I'm beginning to see, Grade A for Change is beginning to see that we need more power on the board. And the only way you can have real power and make a real difference is that we need 4 people on the board who understands our children, understand our community, understand the needs of the community, and are ready to listen to them and bring equity to the school district. Not just one part of the district, but all of the district and all of our children, and not just 1 or 2 communities, but all of the communities.
Right.
Because one thing that I have lived to understand is that what happens to you affects me.
Precisely.
And so if I can keep you on your feet, I'll be able to stay on my feet
this is great.
A lot longer and better.
All across the country, women have been elected to offices, new offices that they.
It's the Day of the Women.
Before. And I see here you have Connie Harge and Dr. Sheila Powell Walker running for Ferguson-Florissant School District. And now we have about 2 minutes left in the segment. What change, what power do you hope that they will add to the board?
Well, one of the things that I know they will bring to the board is equity. They'll bring equity. They'll bring accountability. And they will be transparent in the actions that they take. And I do believe that the community will begin to feel like the school district belonged to them like it does. You know, they're the ones, the residents out there who are paying taxes, they're the ones who pay to keep that school district running. And I think some of the board members don't understand that. They think that they're the ones who are in control, but it's actually the voters who are in control. And when the voters tell them that they want something done, they need to listen to them. That's not happening. Sheila and Connie will be able to join hands with those members on the board who are willing to listen to the community and make some changes that the community wants and not what the 7 members on that board wants. Actually, in this past vote, it was 4 members who decided that they want to disrupt so many children's lives for what they thought was what they think is going to be the best for a few. It's not for all of them, it's for a few.
I want to come back because we haven't told them how to reach you yet. We'll do that after this break.
Okay.
But in the meantime, we're 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. And like I said in our previous segment, that Reverend Larry Rice and his staff, everyone here are still doing the wonderful things that they did downtown at 1411 Locust Street, downtown St. Louis. We're still optimistic about reopening 1411 Locust. All the repairs are being made. But in the meantime, people are in need. They're being serviced from here. They're getting food, they're getting clothing, shelter. Everything that was provided for those at New Life Evangelistic Center at 1411 Locust Street is now being provided at 2428 Woodson Road. But we need your help and support just to keep the services going. And it's so easy to do. It's an investment in New Life Evangelistic Center. It's an investment in new life for so many people. And you can do that through Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, 63166. Let me repeat that. Post Office Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, 63166. Or online through MasterCard, Visa, American Express, Discover Card at www.New Life Evangelistic Center, one word, newlifeevangelisticcenter.org. You'll be glad you did. Back with Judy Shaw after this.
Now you can take NLEC TV anywhere as you put the NLEC TV app on your iPhone or mobile device. NLEC TV is the innovative TV station that's on the cutting edge of community service. On NLEC TV, you'll discover wholesome family, community, renewable energy, and inspirational programming. Those needing energy assistance, food, clothing, or freedom from the cycle of homelessness will find that plus much more on NLEC TV. Now, you can receive NLEC TV by going to 24.2 on your television set or putting the NLEC TV app on your iPhone or mobile device. For further information, call 314-436-2424 or go to nlecstl.org. That's nlecstl.org.
We'll return to our guests after this Black History Moment. Today's subject is Angela Davis, who was born in 1944 in Birmingham, Alabama. She's best known as a radical African-American educator and activist for civil rights and other social issues. As a graduate student at the University of California, San Diego in the late 1960s, she joined several groups, including the Black Panthers. Hired to teach at the University of California, Los Angeles, Angela Davis ran into trouble in the school's administration because of her association with communism. They fired her, but she fought them in court and got her job back. Outside of academia, Angela Davis becomes a strong supporter of 3 prison inmates in Soledad Prison. They were John Clisette, Frida Dungo, and George Jackson. They were accused of killing a prison guard. And during Jackson's trial in 1970, an escape attempt was made, and several people in the courtroom were killed. Angela Davis was brought up on several charges, including murder. After spending 18 months in jail, she was acquitted in 1972. Today, she's a professor of the University of California, Santa Cruz, and she teaches courses in history and consciousness after returning to the classroom. Angela Davis.
The New Life Evangelistic Center wants you to help feed the hungry and shelter the homeless by joining Club 24. For $24 a month, you can be a part of touching people's lives. For just 80 cents a day, you can make a difference in someone's life. Call 314-881-3210 or give online at newlifeevangelisticcenter.org.
Hello, I'm Larry Rice, and I'm inviting you to join me daily on the New Life Facebook page. Something new, something exciting every day. So go to facebook.com/NewLifeSTL and discover what's happening on a daily basis as New Life Evangelistic Center begins to share with you a wide variety of subjects. I look forward to visiting you on the Facebook page. Remember, there's so much just waiting for you at that particular page.
Okay, we're back with Judy Ferguson Shaw. And Judy, it's once again, it's grade A for change that you're hitting again this year. And we're just celebrating Women's History Month, but she does so much. And she's a wonderful subject for this month. How can we reach you, and how can we get more information about what you're doing?
So people can always reach me at my email address, they have my phone number. I think they're going to put my email address on the screen.
No.
My phone number, 837-3904. But if I could just give the audience my email address.
Which is?
JSHAW, the number 4, the letter U, at AOL.com. So
repeat that again so Bob can get it and so can everybody else.
Okay, it's J Shaw.
SHAW.
4U.
The letter 4, right? The number 4. Okay.
At AOL.com.
Okay, it's J Shaw, numeral 4, U, at AOL.com.
Correct.
Okay, I think we can
So like my name is Judy Shaw, taking out the Ferguson. Judy Shaw, just J Shaw, the number 4, the letter U, at AOL.com. Always reach me there. And folk can text me at 314-707-9687.
Once again, repeat that, please.
So that number again is 314-707-9687.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I welcome any line of communication, even the bad, because you learn from bad stuff too.
I don't think anybody's going to have anything bad to say to
Well,
Judy Ferguson Shaw.
I hope not, but I really want people to understand that they really have to pass the word that our candidates, may I borrow this from you?
Sure, certainly.
Our candidates are Connie Harge and Sheila Powell Walker. They're number 2, Connie, and Sheila's number 3 on the ballot. Give them 1 vote each. And if we can get all of our friends and family and associates, colleagues that are in the Ferguson-Florissant School District out to give them 1 vote, we're going to win.
When is the election?
The election is April 2nd.
Okay.
And so far,
That's a Tuesday.
campaign, that's a Tuesday. Campaign is feeling good. But we're going to feel even better if those people who are on Facebook go to our website, which is Grade A for Change, and let us know that you're supporting Connie and Sheila. Get their information, share it on your Facebook page, and share it every day. Well, maybe not every day. How about once a week?
That's good. I noticed it's a beautiful pin you're wearing. Does that symbolize something?
This is a women's history pin here, coming out of, I think they're made by Lucinda, and sold by the YMCA. No, it's YWCA.
No, WCA, okay.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. What does it symbolize, he's saying?
It symbolizes women.
And this is Women's History Month?
And this is Women's History Month.
So this is perfect.
It's perfect.
Once again, Judy Ferguson Shaw, I just want to say thank you so very, very much for being supportive of New Life Evangelistic Center, of the Bernie Hayes Show, and everything else that you do. And I sincerely wish Connie Harge and also Dr. Sheila Powell Walker good luck. I wish you good luck, and I wish your organization that you've always been so dynamic in, the best in the world.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Bernie,
much.
and thank you again for having me. We really appreciate you and the program, and we appreciate Reverend Rice, and I just want to say one more time to him, thank you, Reverend Rice, for the book. I'm going to read it and enjoy it.
Thank you so much, Judy Ferguson Shaw.
Yeah.
And thank each and every one of you for your investment and your support for the New Life Evangelistic Center. We're 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri, and we can still accept water, clothing, food, and everything else, hygienic items for those in need. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you next time.